there, I'm Shaun McLaren, and today we will be building a sealed pool with Battle for Zendikar. Huh. Looks like we opened some good ones already. GP Atlantis coming up, so want to show you some of the cards you want to open. These are definitely some of the good options. Yeah, so Gideon, Mary Shepherd, Exert Influence, Drowner of Hope, Ugin's Insight. It's rare. Well, I guess it's actually not that rare that your rares dictate what colors you're playing. Sometimes they don't, but like this is going to be a strong draw into blue-white, which is already a good color combination. So it would definitely take some really bad blue and white cards for us not to be playing blue-white. First of all, let's check out the other colors. Just wait to open our presents of blue and white. The green is not good. Thankfully, there's not many green cards. I mean, Brood Monitor is great, but all the other cards are pretty mediocre, which, I mean, green isn't great. The red appears to be stronger. There's definitely some reasonable red cards. Ooh, 3 Valakut Invokers. Valakut Invoker is really a strong card that is consistently overperformed, or just 2 Valakut Invokers and a Valakut Predator. I have activated its 3 damage ability a lot, and being a 2/3 in the early game is also really good. So our red is actually reasonable. Barrage Tyrant is actually not a card I'm usually too excited about. Its base stats aren't that great, and I mean the ability is good, but it only works on another colorless creature, so it can't sack itself. And generally, if you're sacking Eldrazi's, you could be winning by attacking with them. Vile Aggregate is fantastic. But so red is definitely an option if our blue or white is really bad. The black looks completely unexciting at first glance. There's not really anything amazing, like a cutthroat, a sharpshooter. Retreat to Hagra's a card that's really impressed me, especially with the Pathway Arrows equipment. Give your creatures Death Touch, and then ping off anything and kill it. So that's a nice combo. But let's just put our blue and white here and see what we got. Alright, Salvage Drone, not that exciting. Those 2 are good. Horribly Arise, nice. Stonehaven Medic is okay. Ruination Guide is great. Being able to pump up Eldrazi Scions or like Benthic Infiltrator or what have you is really powerful. Cloud Manta is fine. I like Cloud Manta and Courier Griffin. Just having evasion is good. Oracle of Dust generally overperforms. And then a bunch of Angels. Inspired Charge and Exert Influence. We also have Pilgrim's Eye and Spawning Bed, Channeler, and a Bane. Okay. So I think blue we're playing for sure. Pretty much where you want to be in this sealed format, having a bunch of good blue cards. I haven't really played with Amiri Shepherd too much, but it certainly seems reasonable. Aligned Hedron Network is an interesting sideboard card, at least. For splashing, what do we have? Pilgrim's Eye. It's good with Exert Influence if we were to splash some of the red cards or something. Or like this or this. I don't know. I generally don't like splashing if I can get away with it. And there's not really too much that's making me want to splash. You could just run like an off-color land for the Exert Influence, but I also I'm not a big fan of doing that. I'd prefer to just have this take 2 power creatures and not get mana screwed every so often. So we've got like a good sort of evasive flyer deck. So any walls like these 2 cards are pretty good. Like a lot of our cards have flying. Maybe shave a Cloud Manta. Yeah, the card quality in this deck is very high. So what else can we do? Oracle of Dust seems like it could be really good. We have a lot of just random ingesters, which also makes Merc Strider more appealing. Angel of Renewal, we have a lot of top end, so maybe cut one of them. I mean, they're reasonable cards, but our late game is already really good. Like, obviously, Drowner of Hope is insane bomb. Being able to tap creatures and just really just put out a lot of power and toughness onto the board. The Bane, not actually sure how good it is in this deck. Like it has pretty low toughness when we're going to be attacking in the air anyways. So that could potentially be a cut. What else? Smite seems nice. Ugin's Insight, obviously great. Gideon, pretty good card. Yeah, I actually think I want to cut the Bane, even though it's such a nice card. I mean, exiling 2 permanents just feels great. Unfortunately, sacrifices have to be made. We playing Sandstone Bridges as well. It's actually nice with the flyers, so might actually end up playing both of those. I mean, it's very little downside. So we basically need one more cut if we want to run 18 lands. I mean, this deck is already looking real nice. Bunch of bombs, bunch of flyers, bunch of reasonable, at least reasonable early game in some fat butts, 1/3s and 1/4s. Possibly Rush of Ice gets cut, or Salvage Drone. Even just as a chumper, Salvage Drone is fine. Cut another Cloud Manta, but it seems good in this deck. What are we losing to? Like Big Eldrazi, but We have Smite. I guess we are kind of weak to a large Eldrazi, which Rush helps against. But presumably we'll just be flying over them and not caring about them. What else do we have? Just in case we missed anything. Tandem Tactics, Lithomancer's Focus. I don't think we really need any pump in this deck. We're not going to be looking to win combats all that much. I do like the Rush. Horribly Awry just seems good. Maybe just cut the Cloud Manta or like the Angel. Kozilek's Channeler isn't great in this deck. But I mean, a 5-mana 4/4 is pretty good, and being able to ramp into a Myria Shepherd or even just our 6 drops ramp into them. Sure, let's just get rid of the Rush of Ice. Put in these. Sort by color. We really want to be casting Gideon on turn 4, so having a high white source count is going to be good, even though we have not that many white cards, and also good with Myria Shepherd. Target non-land permanents. We can get back Gideon. It's pretty good. Get back Drowner of Hope is pretty good. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This deck seems very powerful. One last quality control check. Sure, good. Cloud Manta's not necessarily too exciting, but I think it sort of fits the theme, and I mean, it's a reasonable blocker as well if you need that. And yeah, Angel of Renewal I'm not sold on, but I think it's worth it. Like, we're not going to be gaining too much life most of the time. But this looks good, so let's just try it out.